Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and now let's start the show.
Hello and welcome to We Are Podcast, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. This is episode 64. And my name is Matt.
And my name's Phil of the Overlord Tank Group. Thanks for listening.
And as always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. We're back again. Craft beers. Michigan loves them. We got a ton of them. Start the show off with a beer. Just talk some shit. I still haven't looked up the number.
We are pound sign.
Yeah, we are eternity symbol or whatever. I don't know.
We are double zeros.
Yeah. And today we're trying, I want to say Mantico. It's not Mantico. What the fuck is this again? Here,
Mendocino.
Yeah, I'm about to say, here, you just fucking read it.
And today we are trying Mendocino Seasonal Black IPA Ale brewed with orange peels. It's India style pale ale. This one comes in at a 6.0.
Alcohol by volume. Alright, Phil. The corners are here. Corners is beer. Alright. Give her a sniff. Smells like a pale ale to me. I don't know.
It smells like an orange.
I don't get that at all.
I'm getting a pale orange type smell.
I got a nostril clog for some reason. Hold on.
Yeah, it smells like you're smelling the orange peel of an orange.
I guess it does have some of the citrus smell to it. Alright. Give her, Phil, to We Are Podcast, can again, ooh yeah.
To We Are Podcast, ooh yeah. Ah. Ooh. Very dark and very strong tasting.
Not bad though, but you get a little bit of a sweetness from that citrus. I can't smell this. I kind of smell the citrus, but I can taste it at least. Because you get that nasty dark beer coffee ground taste that we're always talking about. But then there's this nice little half a second of citrus flavor.
I agree.
Like someone took a orange peel and squirted it in your mouth. Wait, that's not good. I don't know. I don't know jack shit about beers. This is all right. We got it. These are actually probably one of the cheaper ones we got. This is $1.85 at our local liquor store, and I don't know. It's not bad.
You can't beat the price for the volume.
Yeah, and it's just your standard 6.0, or your standard 6% alcohol by volume beer. So it's nothing special. It's nothing that special, but at least it doesn't taste like fucking gasoline coffee like we've had before with the stronger ones.
I agree. We have had that problem before.
It seems like when you brew any kind of beer, no matter what it is, to 9% alcohol by volume, it just tastes like gasoline and something.
Yes. This tastes like a dark oak barrel orange taste.
Yeah, like I said, you get that dark beer taste, but then you taste dark more than you taste that half a second of. It's not even orange; it's just like a sweet citrus flavor.
I do enjoy the sweet citrus taste at the front of it. It's kind of at the front of it for me when I take a quick swig.
Maybe, well, I don't know. I tasted that, but who knows? All right. We suck at reviewing beers, whatever. This is just meant to get the show started so we can have a beer. But the rating system is usually pass, which means it's terrible. Try, which is what I'm going to give this, is try it. It's all right. It's nothing that special if you're into that kind of thing. And buy, which means it's really good, so buy it. So, like I said, I give this a try.
I would also give it a. Actually, I would give it a buy just because of the price and the volume of it. You can't beat the price for the volume of what you're drinking.
Yeah, you can buy a fucking 24 pack of fucking Bud Light. That's the other thing, too. We just want to start these because we usually start the show with a beer and just to try something different, I guess, rather than the same beer that shall not be named until I get some kind of reward or some kind of sponsorship after almost a year of shilling them out.
Actually, I think I'm changing to a try. It's actually,
like I said, it's nothing great.
It's getting a lot more dark as I'm drinking it now that I realize.
Like I said, it's not bad, but it's nothing you should run out and go hunt down.
Oh, it's like sticking to the back of my throat now. Wow.
Yeah. One of these days I'll
It was horrible.
One of these days I'm going to remember to get that water out here.
I'm alright.
I'm
okay, I'm cool.
And now that I think about it, too, the We Are Tries ain't always beer. The first one we did was the pork rind.
Microwave pork rind.
Yeah, like I said, I can't remember what episode it was, but I'll never forget eating microwave pork rinds and actually liking them.
I remember you were saying
it spits in the eye of God or something like that.
You were like, our souls definitely died a bit that night.
Yeah. And to be honest with you, they had them at my they had them at a store that's close by my house. But Phil, I'm not gonna lie, I went down to a local convenience store by my house to, end of the month. Gotta eat.
Broke.
Got about $5. What are we doing here?
Yep.
What are we doing here?
Figure it out.
Microwave pork rinds, those were pretty good. I can get a couple things of ramen that will last me another couple days.
Ramen is prison currency now.
Yeah. And I do have a bottle of habanero sauce still left in my refrigerator. He ain't gonna ask for it back once I told him I ate it. And yeah, that shit, I'm not gonna lie, man. For something, I can't get over microwave pork rind. Sounds like it should be like a joke, right, on the internet.
Like an internet meme.
Yeah, like an internet meme or something, right? Like, that should be like, oh, come on, really? Microwave pork. And they're actually good. And with habanero sauce.
Yeah, we at least had good sauce when we had ours. El Yucateco.
Yeah. That's why I left it in there, Phil.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, hot sauce makes ramen taste better.
It does.
Only use about half the packet of salt that they give you, pretty much. Just throw some hot sauce in there.
It's kind of like that chicken polo sauce I use.
Yeah. But one time was even worse, Phil. Like I said, end of the month, only got $5. What am I going to eat? SpaghettiOs. Uh-oh. I loved these when I was 5. And I remember I got home, I was all excited. I threw them in a pot. I wasn't going to microwave. I'm going to heat this up on a pot, like back in the day, throw it in a bowl, watch some cartoons. This is going to be shit. Got them, heated them up for like, about, it takes like 2 or 3 minutes to warm those things up in a pan, or in a pot, I mean. Threw them in a bowl, sat down, went to watch something, I can't even remember, and then just like, oh boy, took that first bite.
I remember.
Just
dun dun dun.
It was like eating water ketchup with wet limp noodle.
That's what it reminded me of. Watery ketchup.
And we used to eat the fuck out of those when I was a kid. And like I said,
I did too.
And plus, like, maybe that was part of the problem, too. I thought it was going to be like a time machine or something. I'm going to go back when I was 5. Aww. You ain't 5 no more, motherfucker.
I remember I did that, too.
Let us know in the comments if you ever had that exact same situation where there was this food you love from your childhood. You haven't had it in, like, 5-10 years. Then you had it again, you realized it sucked.
I couldn't eat it. I had to waste it.
I ate most of it because, like I said, luckily I always keep hot sauce and peppers in my fucking fridge, and that made it. Well, once you start tasting heat, you can't taste anything anymore, so it made it edible. You know, a couple drops or a couple shakes of pepper, some more garlic, a couple drops of whatever hot sauce Phil decided to leave here.
I know.
That makes it edible, man.
It's like that chicken polo sauce. That will make even the crappiest or the grittiest of chicken the best chicken you've ever tasted. It's an all-purpose seasoning.
But whatever. Speaking of childhood, Phil's 90s cartoons were shit. The 90s is when I started buying comic books, and my love of comic books and Batman the Animated Series and The Tick.
I told you it was one of the best times to live.
Yeah.
We outnumbered the baby boomers.
Well, Phil, in time.
Almost.
I was going to say, Phil, in time, someone's going to outnumber us just by the age. The ravages of time will take us all, Phil.
At least we live for something.
At least we got to saw the Rugrats and it was good. And then they all grew up. Aww.
And it was a letdown.
But yeah, like I said, the 90s was a great time, especially if you were just getting into comics. There was the comic book boom, which also fucking ruined the industry. I got 30-some-odd issues of Spawn and about 2 or 3 issues of Youngblood that will tell you. Another character that boomed out of the 90s comic book craze was the Tick. You know?
I was a fan of the Tick.
Oh, yeah, I love it.
Especially the animated show way back then.
Yeah, on the Fox Kids animated show.
Mm-hmm. Never missed it.
Yeah. And I love the Tick, too. I have, well, that's why you know, because I have it all on DVD. What? Get off. And I have all the Tick cartoons on DVD, and I got a couple issues of the original in the collection, too. I don't have a lot. I only have like 3 Tick comics, but I have the entire animated series. So whatever, get off me.
Dog.
Don't you judge me. But yeah, and plus, the Tick was a big character. Well, not a big character. He kind of he had the 90s. He started off as he started off as a advertisement ad. There was a comic book company or a comic book distributor. And they had like a little mascot that was a Tick, like, "Hey guys, you should buy the latest issues of these because they're really selling hot." And the character became so popular that Ben Evelyn, the creator, actually made a comic book out of that character, which was the Tick's pretty much, for those of you who don't know, it's comic book parody. You know, the Tick
work.
Yeah, Tick pretty much makes fun of every superhero and every weird superhero concept and idea that they can think of. At least in the cartoon and the comic book series. And the comic book became so popular that they got an animated show in the 90s. The animated show was so popular that they got a live action show in like the early 2000s. I can't remember when, like 2002, 3-ish, somewhere around there.
Approximately.
Yeah. With the guy that voices Joe and Brock Sampson, he's the guy that plays the Tick. And it was really good. That show's really funny, but unfortunately wasn't really popular in ratings. And it's on Fox, so they were like, "Shh, cut that shit. 6 episodes, bitch.
Canceled."
Oh yeah. But the Tick he's still pretty popular. He has a comic book come out every now and then. He has a bunch of free comic book day specials. That's where the 2 or 3 the ones I do have are free comic book day specials. And now it's so popular that they got an Amazon show or Amazon Prime show because Amazon's trying to catch up on that Netflix money.
Big jump.
Yeah, where Netflix has Daredevil, Jessica Jones, and Luke Cage coming up. Luke Cage, I'm looking forward to that. Original series. Amazon Prime's got The Tick. Don't tweet out. But yeah, but well, I don't know if it's coming out yet because the way Amazon, a friend of mine has Amazon Prime, so she let me watch the episode on her account. And the way Amazon does it when they do shows, they put out a couple of pilots, and they're like, "Hey, which ones do you guys like? We'll make that a show, or we'll give that a series." You know, because that's how every TV show, or if you show a pilot to the network, well, that's how it usually works. You show a pilot to the network's like, hey, yeah, we like this, here's some money, make it some more. But the way Amazon is doing is like, okay, we thought these shows were good, we made the pilots, let's let the fans decide. Kind of an interesting concept.
It's a smart way to do it.
Yeah, that way you know what your audience wants exactly, right? And if it fails, it's because of them. Right? You voted for it, you should have watched it.
You didn't buy action figures.
No, that's how Cartoon Network works. That's why I gotta start buying more Steven Universe merchandise. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. I just want to talk about the Tick up front here. Like I said, I watched it. Like I said, I am on Twitter. Mad of Weir Pod on Twitter. If you want to follow. Don't look for much because I only use it maybe once or twice a month. But one of the reasons I got it is the Tick's actually on Twitter too, at Tick of the City, and I send up a little private message saying, "Hey Tick, I like the show. Hope it gets a series." And he sent me a message back. Me and the Tick are friends, Phil. Woo! Spoon. But that's just my Twitter account that I don't use. But whatever.
Matt, it's your new man crush. Just kidding.
No one will take the place of Thor, Phil. My butthole's sore for Thor.
Thou better be not.
Thou art not cheating on me with thy tick? What is the fuck?
Thou art not as hot.
No, instead of next time I go bang Thor, instead of having crabs, I have tits.
You gave me tits. I'm out of here.
Yeah. But anyways, that's how Amazon works their stuff. So hopefully it does get picked up for a series. There's only the pilot so far. And you didn't watch it, so I didn't want to talk about it. Maybe we'll watch it later because I still have access to her account. And I'd asked her. She said as long as she's not using it, she don't give a fuck.
I'll watch it.
Yeah. But, and this is how this version of the Tick works. Like, the cartoon version, the comic book and the cartoon version are obviously really wacky, over-the-top superhero parodies. The live-action one from the early 2000s was like a kind of like a Seinfeld thing, but with superheroes in it. And this version, the Amazon Prime version, Phil, you know my love of gritty superheroes. I watch Arrow on CW. I love Daredevil and Jessica Jones on Netflix.
Arrow, the next Snap Boy.
Well, that's only the first season, Phil. He kind of calmed down on that after a while.
First season.
That first episode, though, he did not. He looked at me.
Someone's neck is still attached.
Green Arrow was snapping necks long before Superman was. I don't want to talk about that shit.
I agree.
But I wanted to make a joke about it. But anyways, But it's like that. Imagine you're watching one of those dark, gritty crime shows on Netflix or whatever, but instead of the dark, brooding, I'm the lone hero of this city, justice. It's the Tick, but it's the Tick, who's always big, lighthearted, chum, citizen. The chick's like, the Tick, he's always got this big, bombastic personality. He's always the really nice. He's technically crazy, but whatever.
Big puffed out chest.
Yeah, Dirty, But that's kind of the version of this, like.
Gigantic chin.
Yeah, gigantic chin. Yeah, well, like, one thing I will spoil is, like, at one point, he goes to break up, like, some thugs are bringing something into the city, one of them deals, and the Tick shows up to break it up, and they start shooting at him. It's the Tick. He's nigh invulnerable. So the bullets are just bouncing off, and he's just like, hey, guys, you should really stop that. Put down the guns, and I won't have to hurt you. So we're still doing this, huh? He pushes people through windows, and he does the tick flick. The Tick's literally so strong, sometimes he just walks up to a person and flicks them on their chin, and they go flying. I love that shit. And they go flying. Yeah.
5 or 10 something feet.
Yeah. I don't think they ever really give it a name, but I just always call it the Tick flick, where the Tick just flicks someone and they just go, boom.
It works.
It's fucking awesome. But yeah, but like I said, instead of Green Arrow, like, you have failed this city, it's the Tick, like, hey, chum, maybe you should put down the gun and give up your ways of crime. Maybe go back to school, get yourself a degree.
I thought you would keep shooting.
Yeah, he did say that too. It's like, because even after a while, he's like, really, we're still doing it? Like, I've just walked through, like, 3 hailstorms of gunfire. It's not doing it. We're okay.
At least he tried.
Yeah, he did offer, like, hey, just put down the guns. But, no. Yeah, so that's interesting. And, of course, even though it's called the Tick, in every version, the main character is usually his sidekick, best chum, Arthur, the Flying Mothman, or whatever the hell he is.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Or Arthur, his buddy with the big wings that flies around. Because in the comics, in the cartoon version, everyone kind of becomes a superhero just because they're bored with their normal lives. And they want to go do something exciting, so they strap on spandex, get themselves a gimmick, and go beat up people. And the comic actually starts with Tick in the insane asylum and decides that he's bored, and he breaks out and then starts beating up bad people.
Well, they all think that they could do so much more. That's why.
Yeah, so much more than work in a cubicle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much more than make money working a regular job and all that.
Yeah. I have a great destiny. Yeah, like Tick even talks about how destiny talks to him. Like, the Tick in this version, like, his 2 superpowers are he's nigh invulnerable, and destiny talks to him. So it might be kind of crazy.
He talks to himself.
He might be. The Tick's always been kind of
cuckoo.
Yeah, like I said, the comic book starts with him in the nut house, so. Yeah, but in this version, we follow a version of Arthur. Who had a run-in with a supervillain when he was a little kid, and go figure, shit went bad in cray-cray. And now he kind of has, like, some kind of weird PTSD, mental issues or something. And, the other thing I will spoil you, like, he's supposed to be taking, like, he's got one of them crazy people walls that I want to make Phil one day.
Huh.
Oh,
yeah, you mean, like,
where there's a picture of someone, there's a news clipping article that has a string attached to that, then a picture to something.
Like one where you got to bring in the purple light and it shines on the wall. Yeah, there's a
secret message on there. I call it the crazy people wall, but the conspiracy theory wall, more or less.
The spider web, or whatever they call it.
Yeah.
Spider web graph.
Yeah. This version of Arthur had a run-in with a supervillain when he was a little kid. That was supposedly killed by the Superman of this version of the Tick's universe. And everyone's like, "Oh no, that guy's dead." And Arthur's like, "No, look at my crazy wall. He's still right. He's still alive." And it kind of ends with Arthur kind of even more. The one thing I will kind of spoil too is like in this version, maybe Arthur's just crazy and the tick isn't really real. It's just a figment of his imagination. You know, his id, the overpowered super version of himself he wish he could be.
His mind friend.
Yeah.
A mind frenemy.
Yeah, mind frenemy. But I don't know. I only watched it twice, and it was like 2 days ago, so I'm not really remembering everything all that well. But I really hope it gets picked up because, like I said, I like that the show's trying to be like dark and gritty, but at the same time, the Tick's like, "Hello, chum." You know, the Tick's still this big, goofy, lovable, probably crazy guy, but you know, he means well.
It's supposed to throw them off.
Well, Phil, how can
they're not supposed to know what to say when he says that.
Hello, chum, or citizen. Yeah, like I said, I don't know when Netflix. I don't know when Amazon says they're gonna make what show. I didn't even watch the other two because I don't really care. But hopefully it gets picked up. And plus, so I think I just love parody characters in general. One of my other favorite characters is Howard the Duck. You know, which is pretty much just another parody of comics, like how crazy comics are.
Quack Attacks.
Yeah. No, so that's a terrible. Yeah, but
that's a different one.
That's a terrible. Actually, now that Disney owns Marvel, if they make a Howard they're missing out on money. They should make a what if issue of Howard the Duck versus Donald the Duck. Right? Because they got the rights now. They can do that technically, I think.
As if.
Yeah.
Would they do it right?
No. But still, Phil, that's money in the bank. I will give you $5 for that book right now. You slap a variant cover on there.
Someone wants it.
I think a lot of people want. I'm not. The movie is horrible as fuck. That I'm not gonna lie. Howard the Duck, the comics are some of the funniest comics ever written. You know, how many movies are based on good books that have shitty movies? All I'm saying. Yeah, all I'm saying. Yeah. Plus, another one of my favorite parody characters of all time is Lobo from DC, the main man. You know, who's this overly buff, macho parody of tough guys. He's a space biker who loves dolphins. Oh, awesome. And hopefully Donnie Trejo will be him in a movie one day. All I'm saying, DC, you're sitting on a gold mine. Everyone's talking about how dark and broody and overly serious your movies are right now. Do a Lobo movie, which is a parody about overly tough, brooding, big tough guys, right? Mm-hmm. And plus have Superman show up at the last minute, then Lobo knocks him out with one punch. While we're speaking about DC sitting on a gold mine, the Lobo movie, which will probably never get made. Just like the Deadpool movie will never get made, right, Phil?
Right. Unless it interrupts anything that you're watching, you don't believe it. That's not like Deadpool, the movie.
Well, they've been talking about a Deadpool, or they've been talking about Lobo movies since the 90s, even longer than the Deadpool movie. So
I remember.
Yeah.
I know that.
And Lobo is one of those characters. When I just saw that big, gray, fucking goofy face of his, I was like, I gotta see what this is about. Fell in love with the character instantly.
I did see that thing where they were like, "Oh, Danny might play him."
I think Danny Trejo might have did his voice on Young Justice.
I remember.
No, he was Bane on Young Justice.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Bane was in 2 episodes of Young Justice, one voiced by Danny Trejo, one he didn't speak at all. Lobo was only in 1 episode of Young Justice. Man, why did they cancel Young... Phil, I should have...
Just go...
Yeah. Phil, I should have just bought that crappy Aqualad action figure, shouldn't I? Because, like I said, that's the only reason Cartoon Network would keep a show going. And while we're on that topic, Phil, another one of the new renaissance of one of the new renaissance of the Cartoon Network animation boom that came back in like the 2010s regular show. One of our personal favorites. Um, always thought it was good. Not every episode is the greatest one ever, but I always thought it was always pretty funny overall. Getting canceled, man. Season 8 next year in 2017 going to be the last season. That's another reason why I was on the Twitter. I followed Mark Hamill. I was checking the Twitter one day. Mark Hamill's like, "Yep, just recorded all my last lines for Skip on regular show. Shit getting canceled, son." That's not a direct quote, but that's more or less what it said.
Cancel.
Just not selling enough T-shirts at Hot Topic, guys.
Walmart couldn't cut it.
Those Amigo Pops ain't moving like the Steven Universe ones are, or what? That's just me poking fun, because I really do, regular show I really do like. I think it's probably one of the best shows Cartoon Network's ever came out with, in my opinion. Regular show, the movie was really super funny. One of the things I like the show. I didn't buy it, but whatever. One of the things I rented off my DVR for one. I've never written nothing. First thing
I remember that.
Yeah, well, say Phil, regular show the movie. I'm not gonna buy it, but fuck it, let's rent it. It was actually a really funny sci-fi time travel cray.
There was always a lot of different experiences that they offered in that show.
Yeah. Yeah, you could go from an episode that has time travel to an episode that has you jumping in and out of different horror movies. The Halloween episodes were always the best.
Remember the clock monster dude?
Yeah. I'm gonna draw on your face.
His weird doll obsession.
Yeah. Pop's weird doll.
I'm not a doll!
Like I said, I never bought any regular show merchandise myself. I don't own a T-shirt or nothing like that. See, like I said, that's something, ever since I heard Young Justice got canceled because the action figures weren't selling, every time a Cartoon Network show gets canceled now, I think it's like, nah, you didn't sell enough action figures, bro. Like I said, that's why I said earlier, it's like, I gotta start buying some more Steven Universe merchandise, man. I haven't bought those Amigo Pops yet, because every time I go on their website, they're sold out.
It's like, if only you would have bought those, Rick and Morty pajama pants.
Oh, Rick and Morty, you gotta worry. I was gonna bring this up now that you said it.
For their show.
Yeah, I was gonna bring this up now that you said it. Rick and Morty actually sells so much merchandise at Hot Topic. Hot Topic asked Adult Swim to make more Rick and Morty merchandise. So season 3 is definitely going to happen. Maybe season 3 and 4. Oh, Phil. Maybe
Farther than that.
No, Rick and Morty's only up. Season 3 is coming out sometime next year too. I think. I gotta look it up again.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought they were farther than that.
No, they're only on season 3.
It's weird.
That's how good the show is, Phil. You think it's longer than it is. Or no, it's so rich.
Too much happens.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's so rich and in depth that you think there's more material than there actually is.
I swear they were farther than that. Dang.
No. I got all 2 seasons on DVD too, dude. Why do I keep buying these animation DVDs and you keep forgetting how many seasons I have? Like I said, I didn't really want to talk about the show too much other than we obviously really liked it. We made some jokes and references based on it. It's definitely worth a check out. Maybe one of the things I don't own as much as I was talking about buying cartoons on DVD. I don't own any of the regular show on DVD. But maybe when the show cancels, we'll put out a nice sweet box set I can get my hands on. That I should probably pre-order, which I don't like pre-ordering shit, but I don't know.
Maybe you could get free shipping.
If I fucking pre-order something, I should get free shipping, you would think, right?
Actually, after a certain amount of money you spend, you get free shipping.
On Amazon.
Right. for Amazon.
Yeah, but I was thinking like that's gonna be something Cartoon Network's gonna sell exclusively on their site for like a month or two directly. Only available on CartoonNetwork.com until ...
Limited time only.
Yeah, one of those deals. That's
Whoa.
Yeah, whoa.
They cue it.
Yeah, that's what I was worried. That's what I was thinking they would probably do. All right, Phil, what's this crap beer called again?
Mendocino Seasonal Black IPA. Ale brewed with orange peels. India Pale Ale.
6% by volume. All right, let's tip these last couple sips to regular show.
To the regular show.
Show's great, beer sucks.
Actually, I think the last drop was the best taste of it.
Because that's done. So, what's Mark Hamill going to do for voice work now? He said he's not going to do the Joker anymore.
Figure it out.
Oh, I'd hire who wouldn't hire Bruce, or who wouldn't hire Mark Hamill in a second?
As long as he takes care of his voice. Voice is my life.
That's actually why he said he wanted to quit doing the Joker, because he's getting too rough on his voice.
Mm-hmm.
He always has this high-pitched scream. And plus, can you imagine doing like 2 hours of doing nothing but Mark Hamill's crazy Joker laugh? 2 hours of that shit, right?
Well, it's not that hard to do a Joker's voice. I've even done the Joker's voice before. And I realized, dang, that hurts a little bit.
Yeah. Well, because what you do is you just make your voice more high-pitched and as cartoony as you can.
You gotta talk, stop, talk, stop.
Well, that's why Mark Hamill was the...
That's why it'd be hard.
Yeah. Well, that's why Mark Hamill was the best Joker, I think, because Mark Hamill could go from, like, super loud, crazy laughter to dead serious, deadpan, look you in the eyes of death voice. The best case I can think about that is the Joker's Favor. Remember, there's some schlub coming home from work, and he gets cut off, so he pulls up next to the guy. Hey, you jerk, for a penny, I oughta...
I remember.
And then, he actually sees who cut him off, and it was the Joker. And he was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, he was like, oh, sorry about that.
Yeah. He even waves. I think he says sorry. And of course, the Joker, being the Joker, rams his ass off the road.
He did.
And, I think he says for 2 cents he would do, and then he runs him off the road. The guy starts to run because it's the fucking Joker. He trips over, and the Joker catches up with him, and he throws 2 pennies on his chest, and is like, so what are you gonna do? And then, the guy being the guy's like, oh, I'm sorry, don't do it. And that's what I'm saying, that's where the Joker goes from, like, being funny guy to super serious. I'm gonna kill you.
He bit it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great episode. That's actually the first episode of Harley Quinn's in, too. That was great. That's a great episode, though.
He knew it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He knew he was over.
Yeah. And the Joker pretty much follows this guy around for a couple of years and then uses him in a scam to try and kill Commissioner Gordon years later. Yeah. Blackmails the guy. But, like I said, I don't want to spoil it too much, but that's a good episode. Just go look it up. It's on Netflix. If you got Netflix, go look it up. It's not that hard. It's only 22 minutes. Maybe that's why I keep making Batman cartoons, Phil. Look how many Batman action figures are lying around. Maybe I just replace these with Mordecai's and Rigby's. It'd still be on.
Especially at that one place. One was like $100.
Oh, I didn't buy it. The most I've ever spent on them.
The nice one was like $100.
Yeah, that was a statuette.
Ah.
The most I've ever. Yeah, that's when you're spending money. Those are just statues. But then again, one day I looked at my action figure shelf and I was like, there's nothing more than glorified statues. That's probably why I haven't bought an action figure in like 3 years. But I got the Question, a Harley Quinn, the Arkham series Harley Quinn, the Arkham series Joker with the ventriloquist dummy, and a dozen Batmans. Oh, and I also got Deadshot and Catman. So, and Zatanna the Spectre, Jonah Hex. Oh, Lobo in the Swamp. Lobo. Yeah, Lobo. I don't have a Lobo figure, Phil. Oh, and I don't have a decent Doctor Doom. I have that fucking 8-inch piece of crap over my doorway there. So I need to get I got a Deadpool 2 and a Punisher, of course. So if I can get a decent Doctor Doom and a Lobo figure. Oh, and Bane. I have movie Bane. Dark Knight Rises Bane. Fuck that Bane. Okay, so 3. I should quit talking about this, or I'm just going to keep thinking of more and more. Howard the Duck. I don't have a Howard the Duck action figure either. Let's change subjects.
And my crappy new blade, bald blade.
Oh, ball blade, yeah.
Yep.
I can't remember
The
what
guns were cool.
Those are decent figures. It's those 8-inch Marvel figures. I can't remember the names of them because I take them out of the box so I can make. That's why they're hanging above my doorway so I can make it look like they're like, well, don't come in here.
Correct.
They're like the little G.I. Joe action figures of the Marvel universe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
$8 ones.
Yeah. Well, I don't think they even make them anymore because they're not that good of quality. Because I bought an Absorbi Man one and his fucking arm fell off like a week after I bought it.
Probably warped.
Yeah.
In the package.
I don't know. And I didn't care enough to complain, so I just threw it out. But yeah, those figures, even your blade, it won't stand up. I have to lean it back.
Right, because the way they did his stupid cape or whatever he's wearing.
And the same with Doctor Doom. Yeah. One of Doctor Doom's arms, I think it's his right one, won't stand up. So that's why it's hanging above the doorway, so I can lean on the doorway. That's why they're standing backwards like that, so they can stand up and Doctor Doom can have his arm on.
Right.
Because the figures are so fucking janky. That's not your fault. You didn't know that when you bought it.
Correct.
But the figures are so fucking janky that they don't fucking stand up right. You can't pose them, so you gotta lean them against shit.
Plus, it's not your fault if they warp in the box because it gets too hot. Sometimes the temperature rises and they warp.
Yeah.
It'll cause something to fall off or something to melt to something and it won't work right.
Oh, yeah, that's them. I still got my Kermit the Plush doll or Kermit the Plush. I have my Kermit the Plush. God damn it. It's not a doll, it's a collectible plush of Kermit the Frog. Get off me. I still have... My mom actually bought me a Cabbage Patch doll when I was 2, named Arthur. And I still have it in its birth certificate. Collectible plush Cabbage Patch figure, I mean. Get off! Get off me, dog. Get off me, dog. Don't no one remember fucking 1994 3 ICP? But I was just thinking about... Get corn out of here. That's... I thought we were making corn jokes earlier, so I thought you were going pork. But no. That's Streets of Rage.
Yeah.
My bad. Mixing up our in-jokes that we don't put on mic. Well, Phil, I was just thinking about that. Why don't they make Phil, you know how much money I'd spend on fucking collectible plushes of all 3 crystal gems?
15
a pop, probably, easily.
Well, not counting shipping and handling.
Yeah, not counting shipping.
I looked.
I know. Because they actually do have a Steven Universe collectible plush for like 12 something, like I said, 15 with shipping and handling. And I thought about buying it because, like I say, Cartoon Network works. If it makes money, we're going to keep it on air. But at the same time, I don't want someone coming over to my house. Why do you have a fucking little boy doll in the corner of your room? It's fucking weird, dude. No, wait, whoa. You're taking this out of context. It's a cartoon.
Isn't that pervy show?
The one where lesbians dance and fuse together or something? No, wait. Got the fucking FBI kicking in my door. Phil, that's why I also don't. That's also why I don't look up Steven Universe fan art.
Yeah. You're just like, dang, where'd that helicopter come from? That was fucking quick. Right over us.
Holy shit, I'm getting swatted. No, I put it right next to my Kermit the Frog on my shelf, and something, I don't know, something happens, and it just so happened to fall over, or it looks like Steven Universe is bent over, and Kermit the Frog's on top of him going to town. Like, what the fuck? It's like, no, wait, whoa. No, right when the SWAT kicks in my door, it knocks over the plushes to make it look like Kermit fucking Steven, right? And the SWAT sees that the second they walk in, they're like, oh, what the fuck? This guy's a sicko!
No, they lit up Kermit.
Oh, and plus all the 3 or 4 Joker posters in my living room alone. Oh, God. Oh, God, I hope I never get swatted, Phil.
They're packing heat. Let's cheese it out of here.
Cheese it, bro.
Let's cheese it.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is if you like a cartoon show, buy its merchandise. Why do you think SpongeBob's been on TV for so fucking long? There's the SpongeBob action figures, the SpongeBob asthma machine, the SpongeBob TV. The God knows how many SpongeBob video games.
The SpongeBob spray string. The SpongeBob spray phone.
SpongeBob bed set. SpongeBob shower curtain. SpongeBob fish tank. Get it?
SpongeBob, just figure it out. He's got it.
Toothpaste. I think I already said toothpaste.
The SpongeBob mouthwash.
But now with that being said, granted Invader Zim came back in comic book form.
SpongeBob mini napkins.
Oh, yeah, the birthday party set. I've seen those. But with that being said, how much money did Hot Topic make when they got started selling Invader Zim merchandise, right?
I seen like goth girls completely decked out in nothing but that. Same thing with the other one, the Nightmare.
Yeah, but I'd say Invader Zim was Jack Skellington before Jack Skellington.
I agree. But yep, shoelaces, shoes, pants, socks. Obviously for hot goth chicks.
Back in the day when I rode the bus, I hated it because, there's always one crazy dude, the government, rah. You know how many times I had gotten, I just want to drink a beer, and there's dudes that are riding the bus, can I get some beer money? I'll get off when someone gives me $5.
Or someone stops the bus.
Yeah. Now everyone's on their fucking phones. Mm-hmm. Now crazy people can yell at Twitter.
Nose buried in the phone.
Yeah.
Facebook or Twitter.
Yeah.
Twitter wars.
Yeah. I play Pokemon Go when I'm riding the bus myself. I can't talk Pikachu. Pika.
Don't work that good anymore.
Yeah, the new update, yeah. Ugh.
I wish it did.
No, the new update fucked everything up. I used to be able to ride the bus and play Pokemon Go on my way to work and hit all kinds of shit and catch a couple, even sometimes like a rare one or two. I caught a fucking Dugong going over. Dugong ain't the rarest thing ever, but I caught a Dugong going to work one day. Fucking caught a Rhyhorn going. The rarest one I probably ever caught going to work was a Rhyhorn riding the bus. And that's riding the bus just on my way to work.
I caught it at the sweet spot. Where we go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where there's
got a picture of it.
Yeah, but I say I don't want to say in Lansing. There's a place called the Sweet Spot, and I don't want to say where it is because I want people like tracking us down. But at the same time, if you go to Lansing and people are still playing Pokemon Go, just ask where the Sweet Spot is, and they'll. Oh shit, this isn't that hard to figure out, really, is it?
Not really.
Yeah. Well, Phil, let's see. Like I said, when we first started talking about this, let's see what happens in 3 months if people even still play with the Sweet Spot. What the fuck? Pokemon Go? You're still playing that shit? Nerd. Oh, about buying merchandise for your favorite cartoons.
Do it.
See, I was talking about merchandise for your favorite cartoons. Started talking about Pokemon Go. And Phil, we
almost
got
went off track.
yeah. I got Pokemon. I don't have a lot of Pokemon Go merchandise, but I have a Pikachu beanie, and I got all of those fucking when Pokemon Go or Pokemon the first movie came out. I got all those fucking Pokeballs. Phil, look at my shelf. We're looking at them right now. Gotta catch 'em all. It's you and me. You know it's my destiny. Ooh, cashing checks, making money off stupid kids. Pokemon. Ooh. I'm not gonna lie. Phil, we fucked up. Fucking Pokemon. This is the Pokemon card game. Well, the Pokemon card game all over again. Remember? We fucking rode buses all over town, have our moms drive us all over the place, and they hated that shit. Fucking trying to buy Pokemon cards. And did we keep any of them? We sold them all off because they ain't worth shit. Well, none of us had that fucking Charizard.
I sold the really big one that I happened to get. It was a holographic Machamp.
I sold.
I got like $50 for it at the time.
I didn't get that. I can't remember what I sold.
It was a high valued card at the time.
Yeah, the champ, the one with the box.
Yeah, it was a holographic one though. You know, they were worth big money if they were holographic.
Yeah. Well, at that time they were
at
shit.
the time.
Yeah, at the time.
Now they're not.
But at the same time, they still have Pokemon. They still have Pokemon video game tournaments, Pokemon card game tournaments. Pokemon might. That's the one thing that's weird about Pokemon. Pokemon is always it's at the height of popularity, and then no one knows about it, but it always stays around, right?
Right.
It never really goes away. It's either the most popular thing ever, or it's just like flounder. Phil, Pokemon is Magic card, right? When it's not that popular, it's just kind of splashing around, not really do shit. But when it evolves and it's the most popular shit ever, it's Gyarados, one of the most powerful Pokemon in the game. It all makes sense now, Phil. Inception fart. Inception fart.
They actually stepped up some of their packs. When we stopped at that shop we stopped at, they were selling they have like little figures with them now that actually show the Pokemon, and they sell a card at the same time, and they had something else with it for like, it was only like $15, but it was pretty cool looking.
Now we can talk about the Brock Lesnar shit.
Is it calling himself something different again?
Not that I know of.
Yeah. They didn't change it again?
It only changes when he goes away for a year and a half.
It's like, dang, pick something already.
Well, when he comes back, it has to be a big deal. That's why they have to change the catchphrase. That way they can sell a new t-shirt.
Brock, we need a new t-shirt.
Suplex City, bitch. Fuck that. Dick Kick City. But no,
Syringe City, like you said.
yeah, Syringe City. Juice Town. I didn't watch SummerSlam because I don't have. I decided not to buy the WWE yet because I didn't really care that much. I just like talking shit about Brock Lesnar, and I hope he never hears this. What's he gonna do? Assault me in a back alley with a microphone because he can't work one? Oh! But I didn't watch it, but like I said, the main event was one of the main events at SummerSlam was Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. I think I mentioned this on the show. It's like, well, at least they're trying to push Randy Orton again. Like, I like Randy Orton. Motherfucking can RKO fucking rocket out of space, Phil. Come on, man. That's fucking awesome.
I remember.
And plus, like I said, I did actually do the fucking the what is it? The Viper. What's his gimmick again? I forget. I don't watch this. All that.
Oh, I hear voices in my head.
Oh yeah. Oh, his theme song's terrible.
He's the Viper, he can strike out of nowhere.
Yeah,
the Viper, out of nowhere. Like you've seen all the videos.
Which actually, now that I said that he strikes out of nowhere, yeah, he's kind of ripping off Diamond Dallas Page because the RKO is the Diamond Cutter.
Yep.
And the Diamond Cutter is some other move before that.
Front face DDT.
Yeah, the front face DDT, yeah. All the good moves has already been made, and all the ones that are brand new are way too dangerous to be doing. So, I can't remember who created the flying headbutt, but even the flying headbutt where you go on the top turnbuckle and headbutt your opponent off the top turnbuckle. Dumbest move ever. I don't want to talk shit about Daniel Bryan and Chris Benoit, especially about Chris Benoit. Well, he's dead. What's he gonna do to me? Definitely not strangle me and then. Okay, never mind. But it's the dumbest move ever, right, Phil?
It hurts them as much as you, of course.
Even more. It doesn't look that impressive. You're literally landing your face and head on someone else's shoulder if you're lucky. It's just not a good move. Ugh. Now, along with the sit-out pile driver, that's Stone Cold. But anyways, Brock Lesnar won the match, of course. And, like I said, Brock Lesnar's great physical athlete. Not going to lie about that at all. Phil, steroids and determination can get you somewhere, apparently. Get you put in an anime. Or referenced in an anime, I guess. But, like I said, he beat Randy Orton. He started going to town on like an MMA shooter and putting the bows on him, filling them elbows.
Yeah, I've seen a couple elbows.
Yeah,
they were like the most savage match in SummerSlam history.
Like I said, I didn't watch the pay-per-view, but I did. It's on YouTube.
Absolutely brutal.
Yeah, actually, bro. And he fucking cuts Randy Orton pretty fucking bad. Not pretty. Especially when it's in the PG era, where chair shots to the head aren't allowed no more. Well, Phil, blading. Okay, I know everyone's not a wrestling fan like we are.
Save it for the Fatal 4.
Yeah, blading, for those of you that don't know, is when a wrestler, when people aren't looking, take out a razor blade and cut themselves, or some kind of little sharp object. If it's New Jack, God knows what. But they pull out some sort of sharp object and they cut themselves to make themselves bleed. Just watch Ric Flair matches in the NWA, right, Phil? Just motherfucker was platinum blonde, and then sometimes he was a redheaded blood-faced child.
Yep.
That's what blading is.
Like animal style. He turned into an animal.
Yeah.
He was red.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's what blading is. And after Vince McMahon got sued so many times over, like we talked about this, Al Snow and the Hardcore Holly controversy, the whole DX being lewd to children and all this. Vince McMahon got sued by a bunch of fucking this shouldn't be on TV people. And now he's kind of leaning more to what they call the PG era, where stuff like blading, that's why the hardcore belt went away, and stuff like that doesn't really happen no more.
I hated that.
Yeah. That's why...
Except for one pay-per-view or whatever.
The hardcore? Yeah.
Right. Extreme Rules.
Oh, I love the hardcore belt 24/7.
Right.
That was awesome.
We wish.
Yeah, I wish they'd bring that back. They should bring that back.
I've said that before.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
It's the Intercontinental 24/7 rule. Anytime someone comes down to the ring, the belt's open. And whoever's the Intercontinental Champion, you make them the ring. Now that they're doing Daniel Bryan, he's the manager of SmackDown now, right?
Yes.
And Mick Foley's the general manager of Raw.
With Stephanie and all that, yeah.
I haven't really been keeping up, even though I do like Mick Foley. He's one of my favorite wrestlers.
pushes in there, you know.
But you know what they do? They should do. One of them should be like, okay, we want to get the ratings, so we want a title match every night, right? Because that's
or number one contenders.
Yeah, our
match.
number one contenders matches. Those bring in ratings too. What they should
Makes
do
sense.
is they should have whoever's the Intercontinental Champion or the U.S. Champion on whatever show be okay. We're reinstating the 24/7 rule, but it's only when whoever's the champion is in the ring. So you know what the general manager does after he makes that rule? He makes whoever the champion is the ring announcer for that night. You know, the person that has to be like, and here comes, Rusev weighing at ... from yada 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 and all that stuff. And while he's in the ring, Rusev could be like, while his opponents are waiting to come out, he's like, John Cena's a champ right now, and it's 24/7. Oh, yeah, sucker punch it, right? Because every time the ring announcer is technically in the ring, and they have to announce every opponent, every wrestler in the ring, or it doesn't count. Like, they can't roll out to the outside and be like, here comes so-and-so. They have to be in the ring and announce the wrestler that comes out next. That could be a pretty... Come on, tell me that wouldn't bring in some ratings. John Cena literally has to fight every other wrestler. Like I said, John Cena's over as hell, so he could probably do it. John Cena has to wrestle like every other wrestler all night. Holler at your boy, Vance. I'll make Kane sweet again. I'm gonna make him kill corporate Kane somehow. Bill, is the Boogeyman still around?
No.
No.
I don't think you could make Kane sweet again.
Yes, I can. I just figured it out, Phil. I just figured it out.
Well, maybe you can.
The Wyatts. The crazy cult family. Right? The crazy cult family that Bray Wyatt runs. They kidnap corporate Kane and brainwash him into their cult. And, they could show him, where he's all tied up and they're dragging him out to the ring and shit, and they're making him wear goat masks and stuff. And they're holding the Kane mask in front of him like, this is your true face, this is your real power. No, they make him wear a pig mask, right? Because they wear a sheep and goat mask, and you make him wear a pig mask. Because, you're not even good enough to be a goat, you're a fucking pig. Are you are you the big red demon? And they're holding the Kane mask in front of him while he's all tied up and looks like he's beaten and shit. And then during one match, he just breaks out of that shit, and he fucking goes to town on everyone in the ring, and he rips off his pig mask, and he grabs Bray Wyatt by the neck, and he chokeslams him, and he puts his Kane mask back on, and he does that thing where he raises his hand, and then puts him down, and the fire shoots up, and he goes to pick up Bray Wyatt one more time, give him another chokeslam, and just before before Kane can chokeslam one more time, Bray Wyatt just gives him a big old hug, and it's like, welcome home, brother. And then that just kind of fucking messes with Kane's mind. He becomes the new Bray Wyatt inductee cult family guy. Well, it's just making Kane another enforcer again. Just always make Kane an enforcer. That's what he always is, isn't he?
Yes.
Ministry of Darkness, the Corporation. Okay, maybe I didn't make him sweet, but I brought him up a level, right?
Right. He's always got that big smile on his face.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I didn't make him a main eventer again, but I brought him up.
Right. I was kind of like, oh no, it's Corporate Kane.
I hate Corporate Kane.
I was like, oh no, and he's always got that cheeky smile. Yeah, that big cheeky smile or whatever it is.
Well, remember
I can be absurd, hey, what's up?
Well, they
Trust me.
They sent Kane and Daniel Bryan to anger management, and that fucked with Kane's mind. Now he's a court. Phil, like I said, Kane's one of my favorite wrestlers, so I kept it.
I mean, the extreme era of the extremely bad tag team names, Team Hell No.
Team Hell No.
I was I'm done. Done.
I love Team Hell No.
Yep, it was Team Hell No.
Yeah, I love it. Plausible.
Yeah, plausible.
If Daniel Bryan could get all fucked up, that should have been his next gimmick. I don't know. Maybe? I don't know.
They sold shirts. Team Hell No.
Oh, yeah. One of these days, I don't know if they still sell them, but I gotta buy me a I'm a Paul Heyman guy t-shirt. Or, so I know this will probably happen, but fuck it. If they could just mash it all together, like, here's almost every 80s crazy sci-fi thing ever thrown together. RoboCop, Terminator, Predator, Alien, Mad Max, Dirty Harry, fuck it, why not? I don't fucking care after that point, right?
Bye-bye City.
Yeah. Wasn't that what the Expendables was supposed to be? It's like, look at all these crazy 80s action heroes, and we're gonna make mediocre movies at best.
Yeah.
Little Jason Statham. How many fucking Netflix Jason Statham movies are we gonna watch?
What was that? That King one? Bad.
Well, Phil, every other Jason Statham movie is bad. Just that they're at least somewhat enjoyable in it. Like, when's Crank 3 coming out? You should just keep making Crank movies. Make Crank a Highlander, boom. As long as no one ever cuts off his head, they can cut off his dick, eyeball, fucking nose, and he has to go hunt him down. As long as they don't fucking cut it, as long as they don't take his head off. But at the same time, in the Crank universe, you could put a head in a jar and it'll fucking live. You put his head in a jar, you give him a sweet mech suit, he starts fighting aliens and predators. You find out,
As if.
You find out his mind was the first one downloaded to Skynet.
I created Skynet. It was top secret. See, there's a clause right there. You see that clause? There's a clause written in.
You mean, the thing that won't let RoboCop arrest OCP.
Directive 4.
Yeah, Directive 4.
See
Directive 4. See Directive 4, you know what to do.
In case our machines act up.
Why didn't no one ever just... yeah, I guess you're right. Why didn't no one ever install Directive 4 in the fucking Skynet? Or Asimov's 3 Rules of Robotics, but whatever. Sci-fi references, Phil, because then we wouldn't have a story.
They tried. It stopped them.
Skynet downloaded a good
Like, we tried.
We tried to download the 3 rows of Asimov's Robotics into fucking Skynet, but they have a good antivirus. Go figure.
It was like, Spybot? No.
No. Hell yeah. And with that being said, this is the end of We Are Podcast, episode 64, the only podcast on the internet where we talk about what we want to talk about. My name is Matt.
My name's Phil. Thanks for listening.
As always, thank you anyone and everyone for listening. You can like, share, favorite, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Leave a question, comment, or email at rpodcast@gmail.com. All lowercase. Just say hi. Hey, remember I was talking about cartoon shows you like when you were a kid, then you rewatch them as an adult and they sucked? Let me know. And you can also follow me, Matt, on Twitter at Matt of We Are Pod. Thank you and good night.
Thanks.
Yeah, this is We Are Podcast, the only show where we talk about what we want to talk about. We Are Podcast, let the ice house flow. We Are Podcast, it's an internet talkie show. We Are Podcast, you know the mouse knows. We Are Podcast, so look up an episode and that's the show.